Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing The Forest. This is a new game for me that I just started with my oldest daughter. And I've had a lot of fun with it. We are currently on a plane, and that is my son Timmy. For Timmy, Complete Guide to Survival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened.
Plane crash. Typical parent mode, putting your arm over your child's chest, thinking that's going to save them from a crash. That is a cannibal. We have crash landed on an island, I think, that's inhabited by cannibals. A peninsula that's inhabited by cannibals? I don't really know. There are also mutants. Playing on normal difficulty because when my daughter and I were playing, we were getting our butts kicked just on normal difficulty. So, neither one of us are excellent game players. I have been playing games since I was a child, but that doesn't mean I'm good at playing games. It just means I've done it a lot. But, we're gonna eat all this food. We're gonna leave this food right here for now. Now, the goal is survival. And you crash land in a spot that's different every single time. You start the game. I've noticed this because not only have I played this a bit with my daughter, I've also tried to start recording this series multiple times and not having any luck doing it. So, I'm gonna try it again. And go through all these suitcases and get supplies. The last time I tried playing this game to record, I had landed in a camp where people had been camping, and I found all sorts of awesome arrows. I hadn't made a bow yet, but I found all sorts of awesome arrows. We do have to keep an eye on our surroundings because we will get attacked here at some point. I know this because when my daughter and I first started playing, we died constantly. Now, a safe spot is the ocean. They can't swim, but it's only safe to a degree because there is a shark out there. And we will want to make a stick in a rock bag because we can only carry so many sticks and rocks. And sticks in particular are very useful for building items. Pretty much everything requires sticks. We'll also need to get some traps going and be able to kill animals, because I'm going to need their fur, their pelts, for making certain things. Let's see where we're at. This is not the ocean, that's for sure. This is what seems to be a lake or something. Okay, I was hoping we would crash land by the ocean. Because the ocean is a very useful spot for getting away from enemies. This might be the ocean down here. Oh yes, I know where we're at. This is not where I want to be at all. There is more luggage out here, though. And a lizard. You can make armor out of lizard skins. But again, this is not where I want to be. You will run out of stamina. You can starve to death. You can... You have to drink, you have to eat. Pretty sure at some point you have to sleep. Okay, let's just go along here. We could go along the beach, but... if the cannibals come, we have no recourse for escaping except to the ocean. And I think if I run along here, I will eventually come across the spot I want to be set up in. Now, this spot that I've picked isn't a spot I've camped in before with my daughter, but it's a spot we visit frequently, so I figure I'll just set up here. Where we're camped at now, well, we've started a camp originally, and that camp got overrun, and they wouldn't leave it alone once they overran it. So, these are their markers of their territory, I think. But anyway, once they overran it, they wouldn't leave it. And that was a problem. They just stayed there and camped out, and it was frustrating and awful. I don't actually know what those are. I think they're for their territory, or for... they have patrolling routes that they patrol. So they might be for that, too. I don't know a lot about this game, as I haven't played it that long. I just know that it's basically cannibals who are out to get you. And these cannibals probably kidnapped all your crew members. If any were left alive, they probably kidnapped and killed them all. They've kidnapped and killed anyone who's ever touched this area, so... Okay, this is the area I want to be in. There is a turtle spawning ground here, so we can get shells for collecting water. and meat. And a sailboat for rope and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and swim out to the sailboat right. Well, we're not gonna do it just yet. When the cannibals come, we'll do it then. Okay, the first thing we need to do, it's basics of survival, you need to make a shelter. So we're gonna make this here shelter. You can also make custom shelters. But for right now, we're just gonna put this down too. We are along a patrol route here. I don't know if there's any place you can be not along a patrol route. If there is, you can let me know in the comments. This isn't a new game, so it's just new to me. So I'm sure there are other people out here who've played this game more than I have. And even though that looks like it'll collect water, it won't until it's completely built and it rains. Nothing is completely built in this world until it's completely built. So nothing works until it's completely built. If it looks like a bridge will hold your weight, it won't. I do have the sounds down really low so that my microphone can be heard. But you can normally tell when they're nearby because they'll scream sometimes or laugh. And without the sounds being up, I don't know if I'll be able to hear that. So there's a good possibility we could get in both. Logs you can carry 2 at a time. You can also build a log sled, which helps you carry many more logs at once. Which is very useful, because you use a lot of logs in this game. You use a lot of sticks in this game. At first, I'm not going to be really fighting off cannibals, because cannibals are really difficult to fight off. Until I get better weapons, just kind of gonna avoid the cannibals if possible. Okay, that's completely built. That's completely built. Again, because I have the sounds turned way down so that I can be heard, my microphone can be heard, which I'm still working on sound issues. We're gonna have to deal with this for now. At some point I want to get these sound issues worked out and fixed, but until that happens, just kind of stuck with the quality of the stuff at the moment. My cat is scaring me. I'm very nervous while playing this game because I've been ambushed way too many times. I'm killed way too many times in this game. Even with the sound completely up. I knew there were some more logs back here. But yeah, so far I find this to be I like games like this though, survival horror type of games. It's totally up my alley. Okay. Just gonna drop this over here right now. Okay, so far there's no bad guys as far as I can see. I'm gonna have to drink one of my sodas because there hasn't been any rain. And I'm hungry, so I'm gonna start a fire. And I have some turtle meat to put on the fire. Now, meat will go bad in this game. So you'll want to make a drying rack to dry your meat in order to save your meat. Because if you don't, it'll just go bad, and it can burn on the fire. So you really want to pay attention to when your meat's done. You can also eat the blueberries, as you saw in the first part. Blueberries are important for actually a really good, they're not important, but they're a really good source of food in this game. And when it gets dark out here, it gets dark out here. I'm gonna warn you of that right now. If you haven't played this game, when it gets dark, it gets dark. Now I should be using my spear, that would be more useful. But, for right now, it is starting to get dark. So we are probably going to head to the sailboat where we're going to be safe for the night. Well, not only will we be safe for the night, but I can gather the supplies that are out on the sailboat. Now, the cannibals can't come in the ocean. They can come in, it seems like, every other body of water that I've found so far. Or across every other body of water that I've found so far, but they cannot come into ocean water. I don't know if it's because it's salt, or if it's too deep. Maybe if you find a deep body of water on land, they won't be able to come and get into that, but they definitely can't come into the ocean, or they'll drown. And you would think that since they drown, they wouldn't attempt to come in the ocean, and most of the time they don't. But I have had them come into the ocean before. So. And drown. And that's their own fault. You are provided with what seems to be an infant lighter. That's a lovely sight right there. And a missing child. I don't know when the last time they had missing children on things were. This needs a key card. I have no idea where to find a key card. Alright, we're gonna save. Then we're gonna sleep as soon as it lets us sleep. That circle has to be all the way filled up in order for you to sleep. This I've learned. And now it'll be morning when we wake up. That's just a lovely, lovely sight. And because I doubt it's rained, our fire's still going. That's cool. I am going to drink a soda. Our meat is still good, so I'm going to go cook that up on the fire. I think I said there is a shark in these waters, so you gotta be careful. And you can drown. You don't want to do any of those things. So, normally in the morning there's a patrol of these guys, so I'm keeping a lookout. Alright. So, water in my collector? No, when there's water in your collector, you'll know it because you'll be allowed to drink. Okay, really quick, we're gonna get one of these, and one of these, combine it to make one of these. We're gonna put that there. Excellent. This is a slightly better axe than the one you get off the plane. Okay, I think I'm after sticks right now. I want to build a log sled. And I need sticks for that. This way I can bring a lot more logs back. Okay, this is why we need a stick bag, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I guess I could... No, I can't take it with me because it's not built yet. That's right. See, I just got done explaining that the day before. How nothing's actually built in this world until it's built. Even if it looks like it might be built. And even though this is better, it still takes 2 whacks to knock down these stick trees. Those birds keep scaring me. Alright, I think we got all the sticks we can have for right now. Didn't notice all these logs before, but okay. Just need one more stick to finish this off? Seriously? What? It's lightning? You would think cannibals might be afraid of lightning because they're cannibals. But I don't know that they are afraid of lightning, so... Boom! That's our log sled. Perfect. Yeah, just keeping an eye out for cannibals. Okay. Now, for right now, this is gonna be our log holder. Now, while you're pushing this, you can't do anything else. If you push it into water, same as carrying logs into water, you're going to lose it. You can't carry logs into deep water. And again, we are on a patrol route, so I'm keeping an eye out. Oh, that's our boat out there. The boat is gonna be our safe zone, so... I have a cat currently stepping on my computer keyboard because that's what cats like to do. Wants to be fed. So he's gonna make it hard for me to do things. Unless I feed him. And here comes the other one. You might hear him because he also wants to be fed. Eventually we will need a place to stash our stuff too. Yeah, that was my cat's doing. You can find tennis balls in the luggage, which is really weird. So I guess the only thing you can do is throw the tennis balls at something, but I don't know how much that would injure me. And these log sleds hold quite a few logs, so it's quite impressive. Just keeping an eye out for cannibals. Somehow I'm back to using the plane axe. And that's plane as in the airplane axe, because you got it from the airplane. I'm pretty sure. keeping an eye out for bad guys. Because I can't hear very well. So anyway, our first base got overrun, and our second base hasn't been overrun yet. But our second base was... Our first base was fairly near the plane. And our second base was not. Sorry about that. I heard banging sounds and I had to go check it out. It's my cats being cats. Wild and crazy cats. Apparently I'm just going to hold this lighter forever. So I'm trying to get as many videos as I can done before I go back to work. Although I still hope to get videos done once I go back to work. The cat is looking at my ear. He really wants to be fed. It tickles. Oh. Okay, can't be doing that, guys. You're gonna get me killed. Going to get me killed. When you play multiplayer, you get a rating, which is nice because then you can get rid of a lighter in your hand much easier. Just haven't figured out a way to get rid of this light. I have a shoulder pad at the moment. Normally by now I've been accosted by cannibals. Not that I'm complaining, just saying, normally by now I've been accosted by cannibals. Normally within the first day I've been accosted by cannibals. Oh, wow, that was pretty neat. Pretty nifty. Take this back to our base area. Like I said, you can carry quite a few logs on that thing. Oh, it's raining. My water collector's gonna fill up with water. That's nifty. I'm gonna have to make another water collector. I'm gonna be hungry soon anyway. But I don't think the turtles come out when it's raining. Or they come out at specific points during the day. They're all headed back in at the moment. But I want to build another water collector. There we go. Just checking out the coast a bit. Alright, our next thing I think is to build a wall, because that's going to be very important. Wall and traps. We're going to build our base backed up to here, I think. So, we are going to want defensive walls. We will make these defensive walls starting here, I think. We are going to be calling it a day here shortly, and okay, so in order to build these walls, I got to go the entire length of the place, apparently. Oh, see? Once you go too deep in the water, your logs go away. We're definitely gonna need more logs for this wall. My goal is to build a cabin. I'm getting hungry. I think I already killed something to cook up. Our circle looks like it's getting full, which means it's probably gonna be nighttime soon. When your stomach or your water icons start flashing, you really want to eat. Turtle meat is very filling. You can get small meat, and that's not very filling at all. One of these days I'll figure out how to put this slider away. In the meantime, I'm gonna go collect more logs. I can drive this sled off, honestly. I'm gonna Come up in here. Park the sled here. Get out our better axe. And this is a lot of what this game is building stuff. And running from cannibals, and fighting cannibals, and fighting mutants eventually. We might actually sleep on shore tonight. Unless I call cannibals down on us by chewing this wood, chopping, which is always a possibility. Just like any other survival horror game, you make more noise, you make more light, then you bring more enemies down on your head. To gather as many of these logs as possible before nightfall, though. And then we'll come back to work at this the next time I play. Once I get some better things, we can most definitely go fight cannibals. But as of right now, I don't have better things. Alright, it's getting late. Let's go back to our base. Let's save. And go to sleep. And hopefully we won't be surrounded by cannibals in the morning. Why is it still nighttime? Okay, that's where we're going to end things for today. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And I will see you next time.